Weirdo Beardo, Weirdo Beardo, we're the Weirdo Beardo. We got some weird beards, bitch.
Brought to you by Mountain Dew. Knock knock.
Welcome to the Weirdo Beardo podcast. It's your boy
Welcome.
Chad and your
And
boy.
Derek.
That's
Derek.
him.
Me.
That's you. That's the guy.
So what
Tonight
did
we're going to be talking about the old Robocop films. Actually, we're going to talk about
Robocop?
1, 2, 3. And we're going to cover the 2014 remake. And we also have a fake movie to cover.
Can't believe we're doing a fake movie.
Basically, it's if 2014 was made like the originals. But it is very fake. But we're going to talk about it like it's real.
Because we can't tell the difference between what's real and what's not.
It's mostly because of AI and CGI.
And Trump.
And Donald Trump. That's right.
Robo-dick.
Hashtag Donald Trump. But we're not going to talk about him anymore. You know? We just want the clicks.
Right. Trump versus Robocop.
Trump versus Robocop. Robocop shoots him in his dick but misses.
Because his dick was in his mouth the whole time.
We're going to visit a few things about the memes that we know. And then also we'll talk about Fatal Farm.
Fatal Farm?
Fatal Farm is a homemade video. It's actually really well done where they reenact a scene from RoboCop and it ends up being very different.
Is that the one we just watched?
Yeah, it's the one we just watched. But we'll get into that later. Let's start with the first film.
RoboCop 1.
RoboCop 1987, the original. Starts off with a family fun murder scene, which was probably especially even at that time, it was probably one of the more graphic scenes of murder I've ever seen. Where a good Detroit cop gets wrecked by the criminals, including Red Foreman. And he was the most, there was that black guy who was with him, and he was the most like feminine, like I want to say funky era, but black dude, you know?
Wow.
I mean, he was so like, yeah, baby, while he was doing all the murdering. You know?
Very flamboyant.
Yeah. Anyway.
Isn't he the one that had his dick out whenever he was taking a piss?
Pissing, and old girl looked, and that's when he punched him because she looked down.
Yeah.
Yeah. We gonna get into Lewis too. I'll talk about her in a little bit. But anyway, so he gets killed, and then instead of flowers or get well soon card or being able to call in to work because he's dead, they were like, "No, we're just gonna build you back so you can come back to work."
This is what the future of the workforce is.
And all corporate property.
Right.
RoboCop must protect the city where crime is so bad that even the TV commercials are felonies.
Wow.
Along the way, he struggles with his humanity, shoots a guy in the crotch through a woman's skirt, and teaches us all an important lesson. Capitalism will absolutely murder you, but it might also accidentally build the best cop ever.
Wow.
So you want to do some trivia for us?
The RoboCop suit was so heavy that Peter Weller lost 3 pounds a day in sweat while filming. That's a lot of sweat. Huh?
I said, good Lord.
Yeah. Weller hired a mime coach to perfect the RoboCop's robotic walk. Yes, someone got paid to teach a man how to walk like a fridge.
Yeah, that's a job I want. Hey, can you teach this dude how to walk like a robot?
Just be stilted. I heard that it actually didn't work out too well because the costume was too restrictive. So everything he learned from the mind coach, he couldn't actually perform.
Yeah. I just realized that they brought him back for the RoboCop Rogue City. Like he did the voice. I didn't know that.
What's Rogue City?
It is a video game. It came out like within the last couple of years, actually. It's relatively new.
Did you know that the explosion changed Dallas's laws on filming? Because the explosion was so big, it damaged nearby buildings. So Dallas changed the laws on regarding what you can blow up and how big the explosion can be, and kind of limited Dallas's filming future. So yeah, fun fact.
Well, I remember as a kid that this was the first time that there was a chick in a movie that wasn't overly sexualized, and I noticed it because I was growing up and my balls were dropping, and I
This
was just
happened
like,
last week.
I was like, it's like this Anne Lewis, man. There's something about her, you know. She's tough and but she's also feminine. She doesn't like, you know, she doesn't like boy. She doesn't really even tomboy. She's just kind of there with her short hair, and she's cute, but she's also kind of a badass, you know.
Yeah.
I think that they ramped that up later
I'm
as
glad they
far as
didn't put a
like
love story into this.
no, yeah, that'd be another thing. Except, I mean, there's kind of the thing with his family, but it's also more of just like backstory than it is a love story.
Yeah. He
But
had love and he lost it.
yeah, oh man, I saw some pretty fucking hot pictures of Nancy Allen
Is that the chick
on
that
here.
played
Chick that played Lewis in the original three.
Louis?
Louis. Yeah, she's done some model work and shit in her bra and panties and shit. I didn't even know that.
I'd buy
Anyway,
that
I'll
for a
stop.
dollar.
I'd buy that for $1 too. Anyway, I'll stop perving out to Nancy Allen for a minute.
For a minute?
For a minute. We'll get back
That
to
was
it when we get
quick.
to RoboCop 3. So RoboCop 2 comes out.
Written by Frank
Detroit.
Miller.
Yes, Frank Miller comes into the fold. Uh, Detroit is still a dump. Crime is worse, and the cops are on strike. But RoboCop is back, and he's basically a grumpy iPhone that needs constant software updates. OCP builds another RoboCop, but this one is powered by a drug addict's brain because that
Why
makes
not?
sense. Yeah. Predictably, RoboCop 2 goes on a murderous rampage, and RoboCop has to fight him in a boss battle that looks like stop motion action figures slapping each other around.
I
And if
like
you
Kane.
think Detroit was bad before, wait until you let a cokehead pilot a murder tank.
Wow.
Well, to be clear, they were doing that shit. What do they call it? Kane, like his name was Kane.
Nuke? Yeah, his name
Nuke.
was
Yeah,
Kane.
Nuke was the name of the drug. It was like it would look like those little things that you used to like bite the tip off of and squeeze the drink out of it or the little like sweet stuff out of it. You know?
Heroin?
No, like as a kid, it was
I
like
think I'm doing
candy.
heroin wrong.
It is it is like kitty heroin now that I think about it. It's like dollar store, you know, remember the old fucking candy cigarettes? It's like candy cigarettes heroin. That's what it is.
Wow.
But they literally take that little like disposable packet with a needle on it, which I still don't know how we don't have those in the world now. Like we could use that technology for good stuff, like I don't know,
Heroin?
diabetics, right?
Oh,
Or heroin, you
yeah. Either or.
know.
How do you make Chicago look more shitty in the sequel? You film it in Houston.
Yeah, I guess Dallas. I mean, Houston would be another Dallas. I don't know. More.
It's supposed to be Chicago. But yeah, they filmed part two in
No,
Houston.
it's supposed to be Detroit.
Detroit, sorry.
Yeah, Chicago's the windy city. Detroit is not. I mean, I'm not saying it's not windy, but
There's no wind allowed.
there's no
They have
wind
little
whatsoever in
they have
Detroit.
little signs that say, wind and then an X through it.
Yeah.
They're anti-wind, just like Trump.
But I did like Kane as like a good. He was a pretty good villain.
I like the robot
Uh,
suit. That was really
the
cool.
whole,
Little TV monitor that pops out as his face. Looks
yeah,
like an Aphex Twin video going on.
yeah. He looked like Max Headroom on heroin.
Yeah.
The scene where that they cut that fucking dirty cop open in front of the kid. I remember that scene being really like fucked up when I was a kid, but like now I watch it and I'm like, this isn't very gory at all. He just cuts a line down his chest. You know?
Yeah.
Turns out it's not. It's definitely not as gory as watching a bunch of dicks blow up. But we haven't got to that yet.
Wow. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. We're gonna get to that in a little bit.
The script was
RoboCop.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say RoboCop 2 also had like they tried to go a little too far into the stop motion on certain parts, but it worked out. Like there's certain things that are like that when they're doing the RoboCop 2 shit, and then they have that one guy come out and he like takes his helmet off and it's just a skull and he just falls over dead.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
Wacky.
Um, But anyway, what you have some more facts?
Yeah, the script was co-written by Frank Miller, the comic book guy behind The Dark Knight Returns, Sin City. He turned the script so insane the studio cut half of it out and still somehow made a movie about a drug addict robot. So
Well,
yeah,
I wouldn't mind seeing the whole thing just to write, just to read it. You know.
read this script.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I
Sure.
know that after his experience on RoboCop 2, he swore off directing until Sin City. Robert Rodriguez got him to direct in Sin City because it was such a bad experience on RoboCop 2.
I wonder if we could get.
The Kid Gangster Hob was originally supposed to be even more violent, but the studio was like, yeah, maybe don't have a 12-year-old brutally murder people.
Yeah. So originally, apparently, they had a script called RoboCop 2: The Corporate Wars that was written by Edward Newmeyer and Michael Miner,
Isn't Newminer the one who wrote part one?
perhaps.
Co-writer, I believe. Because they got
Then
the
the script was
idea.
ultimately rejected by Orion Pictures, who moved forward with a different script by Frank Miller and Wallen Green, which became the RoboCop 2 film released in 1990. The Corporate Wars script featured a time jump to New York, or to United States, called Ameriplex, and a plot involving a super entrepreneur attempting to privatize the government.
Wow. I'm sure that'll
I
happen
do
one day.
remember that being some kind of part of it. Like they were trying to privatize the police force anyway. But I mean, that
Good
was
on
for part
them.
one too. So they're trying to refund the police. Get it? Oh, sorry. So, RoboCop 3,
What?
which
Part
is by
three?
far
The
the
best of
least
the. Oh,
the least well received of the three films.
the small
Generally, it's
child.
taken that they get worse as they go, but I also think that part one and part two are way closer to each other than three is.
Yeah. Three was a
Um,
PG-13, so.
a couple of things like here, this is the funny synopsis I got here, which is by the point. RoboCop is less man meets machine and more direct to VHS superhero. OCP is still evil, Detroit is still on fire, and RoboCop now has, wait for it, a jetpack. RoboCop can fly. He teams up with street rebels, a hacker kid, ninjas, because, you
Of
know,
course.
writers were just clearly throwing darts at a board. RoboCop saves the day once again, teaches us the final lesson that even when corporate America tries ruining everything, a flying robot cop with a chin armor can still make justice look sort of cool as long as you don't watch the box office numbers.
Wow.
Now, my notes are a little different, but I have some personal notes from when I rewatched it recently.
What you got? Give us the
First of
notes.
all, the beginning of the film was very like was probably the most like relatable thing because it looked like just scenes of like shit that's on the news right now because they were just like forcibly packing people up out of their homes and bringing them somewhere.
Oh, wow. That's a little too current.
I was like, wow, this movie is really relevant.
It predicted the future. It's like The Simpsons.
Then the part where I kind of lost it was when a 7-year-old rolls around and rolls underneath a fucking Ed 209 and then plugs in what effectively looks like a Game Boy into it and then hacks it
With
and turns it
Tetris.
into her little pet.
Wow.
There's and now we're gonna go back to creeping over Lewis because they really kind of like tried to make her up a little more, and I could tell that she had a better hair purse in this movie, you know, like
They're
she
like, you don't get to
clearly
do
was
your
just
own hair this movie.
she wasn't popping her gum and being all cool girl this time. She was kind of trying to make the faces like,
The
look at
sex
me,
faces.
I'm a pretty girl. I'm a pretty girl cop now, you know.
Oh, wow.
I don't know.
Sex it
Maybe that's
up.
just my
Your interpretation.
my interpretation. Yeah. So what you got on RoboCop 3
Do
backgrounds?
you know who directed it?
Who?
The same guy who directed The Monster Squad and Night of the Creeps. This was his third and final movie. I don't remember his name right offhand.
Hmm.
But this was his third and final movie. And the commentary of The Monster Squad actually bitches and complains. He's like, yeah, nobody would hire me after Robocop 3.
I wonder why.
Yeah. Shane Black had something to do with it because him and his best friend, this guy, the director, and Shane Black were best friends. So there's
Oh,
your connection to 7 Degrees connection to Shane Black.
yeah. Everybody's
Rope
connected to Shane Black.
Let's see. RoboCop 3. Peter Weller was done with the franchise. He didn't even come back. RoboCop is played by Robert John Burke, who later admitted the suit smelled like a dead hamster soaked in sweat. So, obviously, he has a bad job with pets.
Yeah, I mean, all you'd have to do is fucking have somebody Febreze it every day. It probably wouldn't be like
It's before Febreze.
it was before Febreze.
This is actually how Febreze got invented.
Yeah, they were like, next time we make one of these RoboCop films, which they don't.
Yeah.
Well, which I take that back. They did like a bunch of straight-to-video RoboCop films that I've never seen.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they ended with 3.
I mean, yeah, in the theater, but there
Yeah,
was a
but I
shitload
didn't know
of
there was any
video.
straight to video stuff.
Yeah.
They made it PG-13 to make it sellable toys to try to sell action figures.
Yeah.
Cyborg made from a dead guy. Ninjas were added because executives thought Cyborg versus Ninja, that'll sell tickets.
So these were TV miniseries. There's
Miniseries,
RoboCop Prime Directives. Then there was an animated series called RoboCop Alpha Commando.
That sucks.
Apparently, there's a female RoboCop movie from
Robo
1990
Chick
called Lady Battle Cop.
Are these rip-off movies or these actual canon?
No, that one's a rip-off movie.
Oh.
I'm assuming, but the actual canon ones were real miniseries and stuff that they released. I remember seeing them on like a streaming service, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And there was like 3 or 4 of them, so that's why I was thinking of it. But anyway, any more facts
about 3?
Yeah.
Let's see. RoboCop's jetpack was such a big deal in marketing that most of the budget went into it, and it looked like a bad Halloween costume prop.
All right, give me 1 second.
1 second. You have 30 seconds to comply. 20 seconds to comply. 10 seconds to comply. 5 seconds to comply. 0 seconds to comply. What did RoboCop say whenever you asked him about his girlfriend? Drop it.
Okay, sorry, Bubba.
I'm telling my joke, my RoboCop joke.
Is it over?
It's over.
Oh, okay.
You missed it.
I'm sorry.
I can't believe you.
I'm sure I'll catch it in the playback.
People listen to this?
I do.
Me too.
So now we move forward in time. And then they were like, hey, it's 2014. Let's make another Robocop. Let's reboot Robocop. And they were like, cool, this will work out great.
Nice.
And they got Joel Kinnaman and Michael Keaton and Gary Oldman.
And Samuel L. Jackson.
Together a pretty decent script. But the thing is that before I even get into the funny synopsis, it just doesn't have the character of the first film. It doesn't have like there was an extremist kind of like propaganda factor to it. I'll give it that. But it didn't have the silliness and the exploitation film feel that the original had.
What if Fox News was RoboCop?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. And I appreciated that, and I've always said this, and I'll say it again. I think it's a good movie. I just think it should be called Robot Cop. It's literally just one letter needs to be added and make it, even all the references and all that would be fine. But it's just not it doesn't feel like a RoboCop movie,
Yeah, I agree.
But I think that's simply tarnished because the original was what it was, and because of the nostalgia of the exploitation film style and everything, Because that movie always did kind of slap you in the face. And I think that's what really made it a hit. Anyway, so in a world where drones, AI, and corporations basically run everything, so, today.
Modern America.
Yeah, a good cop gets blown up and rebuilt into a sleeker, shiner Robocop. But instead of dealing with Detroit's gritty crime, he spends half the movie arguing about firmware updates and whether his visor should be silver or black. That's actually not true. But the villains aren't even gangsters this time. It's just corporate boardrooms and Michael Keaton's hairline. This movie teaches us that you can reboot RoboCop, but you can't reboot audience patience. Can I get a wow?
Wow. I laughed. You didn't hear me chuckle?
I didn't hear you chuckle.
This damn noise canceling thing's canceling my laughs. I'm
Sons of
finally
bitches.
getting canceled.
So going back to it like this, my synopsis is kind of blows over the fact that again, there's actually a pretty decent story here. Like you got the good buddy cop movie at the beginning, and then the guy gets killed, and then then you stick him in the suit, and then he's that scene where they pull everything away, and he's just lungs and a head is pretty rough.
Yeah,
And
that
it's
would
also
terrify me.
it doesn't help with the fact that that's not very realistic at all.
Yeah.
I mean, heart, lungs, and a head, fine, but why the fuck do you have a hand down there?
And why'd they leave the dick in?
Beyond that, it was still quite the real well done scene. I also like the scene with "Fly Me to the Moon," where he's like dreaming about dancing and having a party with his family, but then suddenly it circles around and he's in the suit in the lab.
Yeah.
That was a pretty cool scene. Samuel Jackson kills it. Gary Oldman kills it as he always does. I even liked Jay Baruchel, nerdy little like fucking I don't know manager's assistant guy, whatever.
Yeah.
There's a handful of other like his wife was super hot. I don't know if I've seen her in anything else, but she was pretty good. I thought the whole thing with him. The one thing that I will give this movie over the first one is that he got to his family. Like he gets to go back to him.
Yeah.
I do think that was always like a cold part of the original was that his family and him just basically cut ties.
Yeah. They thought he was dead. And...
Yeah. And I mean, she does show up at that one point and he's like, I am not your husband, and all that. That was
he used to tell her that all the time, though.
Yeah, he'd roll over in bed and just be like,
I'm not your husband.
I'm not your husband.
And she's like, you need to work on your foreplay.
Yeah. She's like, your robot voice is not very good.
Drop it.
Drop it. What did Robocop say to the new mom?
Drop it.
Oh, so the suit cost 60 grand a piece? Per piece? Jesus. How many pieces were there?
There was only one. It was $60,000 one piece. So uncomfortable, Joe Kinnaman said it felt like being trapped in a coffin made of Legos. Not to be confused with Egos.
Not to be confused with coffins that are actually made of Legos.
Yes, you can buy from Mattel. Kinnaman had to pee in the suit.
Oh, yeah. I was going into that. Go ahead.
A special zipper system. So, yes, Robocop is urination protocol. Wow. You going to read the next one?
I can. Sam Jackson plays a news host who basically just yells the entire movie. He admitted in an interview, I didn't even read this whole script. I just wanted to yell on camera.
Nice. Gary Oldman, the scientist, said he only took the role because his kids wanted to see him in a movie that they were allowed to watch. Joke's on them, nobody wanted to see this movie.
Oh, I also see the movie was actually made in China, made more money in China. Or no, it was made more money in China than the U.S., so Robocop was technically outsourced.
Yep.
We also missed that there was two versions of the suit.
Yeah.
The original silver classic look that everybody liked, and then the tactical black look that nobody liked, which is not true. I like the tactical black look. I just think that the silver look was more
iconic.
And I actually always thought that they should have done it where he had silver the whole time, and then they went to black at the end.
That would have been cool. What next one?
Exactly.
China can't save this.
Now, what if that movie were made like the originals?
Oh, this is our fictional movie.
Yeah, this is a fictional film that doesn't exist, but we're gonna pretend like we did. We just watched it.
Yeah, we did.
It was
only 3 minutes.
Kind of crazy, yeah. So let's go over it real quick. Detroit is 2014, and it's a corporate wasteland where drones enforce parking tickets with rocket launchers, and Ed 209s accidentally mow down civilians during community outreach. After Detective Alex Murphy gets blown into hamburger meat, Omnicorp rebuilds him into Robocop 2.0, a sleekier, shinier, but still bleeding through the gaps in his armor robot.
Wow. Nice.
He shoots a purse snatcher in the crotch so hard it causes a chain reaction of exploding dicks across the block. Which
Hey, that's a video.
fatal farm. Samuel L. Jackson drops 37 F-bombs in one news broadcast and ends the segment by shooting a cameraman just for bias.
Wow. I'd watch that
Michael
for $1.
Keaton returns as an evil CEO and gets melted in toxic waste and then splattered across the windshield like a crimson smoothie.
Wow.
That's a flashback to episode or season one. Season one, the first movie.
Yeah.
Season one. Uh, Gary Oldman returns, constantly muttering, "Jesus Christ, what have I done?" while wiring Murphy's organs into a vending machine. The climax is that Robocop fights 50 Ed 209s at once in a bloodbath where the streets literally run red with CGI gore. How does their blood? Anyway, he
Ed
wins,
209?
he wins by ripping off his own arm and using it as a machine gun. The final line is, "Dead or alive, you're still fucked."
Nice.
It's actually a pretty good line. Dead or alive, you're still fucked.
Because they bring you back and make you go to work.
Yeah, so you got some silly fake behind the scenes for us.
Yeah, the gore budget was so high they had to shoot scenes in meat packing plants just to get discounts on animal guts. Joel Kinnaman lost 12 pounds sweating in the robot suit, but gained it back eating craft services, which was just trays of bacon dipped in ketchup. The unrated cut.
I think I wrote that.
Oh, you do like ketchup. You and
I do
Robocop
like
have
ketchup.
that in common. That and you're both celibate.
Celibate.
Yeah.
Celibate.
Celibate?
Yeah, there's no bit. There's
Celibate?
no celibate. It's very celibate.
Okay.
It sounds like a good way to not be celibate.
Yeah. English is my weakness. It's my kryptonite.
It'll get you.
It got me. The unrated cut was banned in 14 countries, mostly because of the exploding baby stroller scene. Ed 209 was played by an actual tank with glued googly eyes on it.
Nice.
Paul Verhoeven cameoed as angry Dutch janitor who screams, "This is how you make cinema," right before getting chainsawed in half.
That's pretty good, actually.
So that's the behind-the-scenes fake movie stuff.
Yeah, of the fake movie
It
we
was
just
shot
watched.
in Port Arthur, Texas.
Yeah, Actually, it was shot in 2019 because that is a random number after 14.
After 14. That's very good, Chad. Your algebra sessions have paying off.
Yeah, I'm going to school by myself.
Fuck learning.
But yeah, that was fun movies, fun stuff there.
Synopsi.
Fatal Farm. If you don't, for those of the, we've been bringing up this dick exploding inside joke, but if you want to have a laugh, you don't mind that, to see some blood
and some
trickling
peni
from the crotch areas and very, very graphic exploding dicks. I'm just going to give you that right now. But it's hilarious.
If you enjoy exploding dicks, this short is for you.
Yeah, just Google Fatal Farm Robocop or Robocop exploding dicks, and you'll find it.
When dicks don't explode the way you want.
I think I appreciate that parody a lot too, because it follows the rules of a good parody of like the first act of that.
Okay.
Let's say there's 3 acts to it.
Okay. Acts are like 30 seconds apiece.
Yeah, it's not long, but the first 30-second act, it's very like right on with what happens in the movie. Like,
yeah,
it's like, pretty much like a remake of the scene. And RoboCop looks pretty good. I'll give him that. And then when he shoots him in the dick and he falls over, it's a little bit more graphic. And then all of a sudden, for no reason, another couple of guys show up with another woman, and they're like about to get it on with her in a very non-consensual way. And so RoboCop's like, no. But then he looks over, and one of the guys just has his dick out. Like, it's already out. And so, of course, as a RoboCop would, he blows it off. Rinse and repeat this a couple more times until an army of dudes with their dicks out just comes running towards him, and he goes into like a spinning, firing fucking barrage of exploding dicks, and he hits them, boy.
Yeah,
Which
he
that's
does.
why, for those of you who didn't get my Trump has a little dick joke earlier, that's why it was funny because Robocop missed.
Wow, it was Robocop that tried to assassinate the president.
Yeah, except he just instead of just like taking a little bit of the ear, he just took a little bit of the dick.
A little bit of a little bit.
Yeah, this is a tiny amount. Speaking of Mr. Dickless, he went and saw Putin. Apparently, talked about a bunch of stuff that meant nothing.
Yeah.
He was like, he basically was like, "Yep, there's no peace treaty right now," and it's like, okay, cool.
Come
So
on,
what
stop
the
the
fuck?
war. Come
What?
on.
Yeah, please, can we please stop killing each other? You know,
Nope, nope.
only the best bombs, only the best bombs we're gonna shoot. We won't sign a treaty because treaties are for pussies.
We're alpha.
Aha.
Alpha male, yeah.
But let's see what this one says. Trump government papers found in Alaskan hotel reveal
Oh
new details of
yeah.
Trump Putin summit. What the
They
fuck?
left the notes of the meeting in
So
the
the papers
printer.
of the U.S. State Department markings found Friday morning in the business center of an Alaskan hotel revealed previously undisclosed and potentially sensitive details about the August 15th meetings between President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin. Oh, you can't
Damn
write this
interns.
stuff
I
better.
know. Right?
Like,
This
hold
is the
on.
world we
8
live
pages
in.
that appear to have been produced by U.S. staff and left behind accidentally shared precise locations and meeting times of the summit and phone numbers of the U.S. government employees.
Wow.
3 guests at Hotel Captain Hook, a 4-star hotel located 20 minutes from the joint base in Anchorage, where the leaders from the U.S. and Russia convened. Oh, so they went to Anchorage? Interesting.
Alaska,
Found the
in case you
documents
didn't
left
know.
behind in one. Yeah, I know where Alaska. I mean, I know where Anchorage is. My friend lives up there.
Bullshit.
He is my friend. You stop calling bullshit.
Bullshit. A bullshit flag on the play.
10 yards. 10. When I say
Holding
10 yards, I
inappropriate.
mean 10 front yards, like down the street.
10 houses down.
The first page in the printed packet discloses a sequence of meetings for August 15th. The document states POTUS to President Putin, American bald eagle desk statue. What the fuck does that mean?
We also have this transcripts of the meeting where he says, Trump, please, please, please stop the war. Please stop the war. Putin, no.
No. Trump's
Pretty
like,
please. No.
no.
I'll be your best friend. No.
I'll send you some of those fucking Cybertrucks that fucking Elon left
Explode.
behind.
I heard Melania sent him a letter too. I wonder if Trump had to read it to Putin.
Wait, Trump can read?
That's debatable.
Anyway, so we end off the day by doing a little shitting on the old president. As
We're
we
gonna
should.
get
Maybe
cancel our late night show.
yeah, they're gonna cancel our late night show now.
Weirdo Beardos After Dark.
Yeah. We're gonna have to get a whole new parent company or whatever.
We just need parents.
So
what do you think of the Robocop movies?
I'm a big fan of 1 and 2, and like I said, I'm actually like the 2014 one is a weird. Like, there's things on it that I bitched about, but beyond the fact that it was really, but yeah, it was a pretty decent film. I just don't know if it's a RoboCop film.
You're zoning out scrolling to Facebook.
How do you know that?
Because the window is shared.
Because I'm streaming. Yeah. He got
glad this podcast is boring you enough to get on Facebook.
I was actually seeing if there was any more news to look at, but it's just this hot chick. Right
Bill
now.
Maher's been slowly transitioning to the other side.
Is he?
I think so.
Trump slipped him a fucking Mickey or something, man.
Nah, he Bill Cosby'd him.
Terrence Stamp died.
Yeah, and now he kneels before God.
Rest in peace, bub. That was good though.
I thought so.
Who else did he play? Didn't he also play like? Or no, that's
Terrence and
guy.
Terrence and Phillip.
I got him mixed up with that guy from Clockwork Orange for a second.
Oh, yeah, he does kind of look like him.
Well, they kind of favor. Anyway, I'll stop scrolling now and we'll finish this up. Do you have anything else for
Do
us?
you have the time to listen to me whine about Robocop movies all at once?
Have you been working on your improv or something?
No, I've been up a while today, and I drank a shit ton of caffeine.
You can see scantily cladly
Are you looking
scantily
at porn
clad
again?
Nancy Allen right there. No, I'm not looking at porn again. I'm always looking at porn.
Always.
See, look at her. That's Nancy Allen. She's pretty hot.
Nice. Google that, guys.
Yeah, I'll show you some pictures. Look at that with her tits out and everything. Looks like she's getting ready to be in that
Bake
movie,
me
The
a cake.
Secretary or something.
Oh. I'm glad she's in the kitchen. That's where she belongs. Okay, well, that's been Weirdo Beardo's podcast.
Yeah, don't forget, y'all, check me out at Chad Perone Comedy at all your socials, including YouTube now. YouTube,
Nice.
TikTok, Gram, and Facebook. And you can also find this guy.
Mad Rock Week on SoundCloud, YouTube, and Facebook.
I've recently put up some actual comedy videos on my YouTube, so if anybody wants to see some of my actual bits, I've got them up there.
Oop, hit the mic. That's what I think about your comedy bits. I beat them down.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Yep. It's the Weirdo Beardo podcast. Dun dun dun. How's that for an opener? Closing.
Yeah,
Closing yeah. What are you, ZZ Top?
You fucking.
Oh, yeah.
Grand opening, grand closing. God damn you, man. Cold claps can't open again. I'm sorry.
What the hell? Are you having a stroke?
Yes, I'm having a Jay-Z flavored stroke.
I'm glad it's Jay-Z flavored and not P. Diddy flavored.
Yeah, that's a different flavor of stroke right there.
Yes. Lube and Rohypnol.
Well, hope everybody's enjoyed the podcast today. We'll be doing another one soon. We actually don't know what we're doing next. You got any ideas?
Not a clue.
Not a clue?
No, I did watch Superman. So
the new one?
Yeah.
It was good. We can go over Superman next time and we can talk about I don't know.
Let's do a straight politics episode.
Yeah? Do Superman right into politics?
Yeah, because Superman's political.
Yeah, because
he's a damn migrant.
He's a fucking immigrant he's an illegal alien.
Yes.
But anyway, shout out to everybody. If you are in the LaGrange area, we will be there on the 23rd doing a show.
You will be there.
Well, I say we. It's not we as in me and you, but me and some guys, other guys.
Misleading. People are going to show up there trying to see me.
Well, I mean, I'll take it.
You're robbing my fans.
Yeah. If you want to see Derek do comedy, come out to LaGrange on the 23rd.
I'll be there in spirit.
Well, if I get anybody who's like, I'm here to see Derek, I'll just video call you. And I'll be like, Derek, do one of your jokes. Yeah. Just stick the phone up to the mic. But anyway, that's it for us today. I hope you've enjoyed our Weirdo and Beardos. And also send us money.
Is it that time to beg for money again?
Cashapp in the comments or something. Yeah, that's what we'll do.
You have to put that there. You know that, right?
Oh, yeah, I know. And if I get any money, I'd totally tell you about it.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. See y'all next time.
Weirdo Beardos. Weirdo Beardos. Weirdo Beardos.